Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Tonight we are going to talk all about the human design chart for the new moon in Pisces, which is happening on February 20th. What's February 20th Mountain Time, February 19th, like 11:05 p.m. And so in the 19th into the 20th is when this new moon is happening. And in human design, it has its own unique reading, its own unique way of looking at it. And I love seeing these energies in many, many different ways. And so I started to do the astrology video and then the human design video of each of the new and the full moons, so you guys can start to understand more of the perspectives that these two systems, astrology and human design, can give, and the gene keys too, can give us what they can give us, what kind of insight they can give us, and in their own unique ways. So I'm excited to do that. Before we do that, I do want to make a couple of announcements. I'm going to do a little screen share, and I will say hi to everyone that is here in the chat. My hair is so crazy today. I washed it and I kind of let it dry, and it usually tends to get like curly and big, and I just think it's hilarious. So, but I'll probably put it up because it's kind of bothering me. But hello, Lucida. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hello, Nelvin. Welcome in. Hello, Lynette. Welcome in. Rebecca is here as well. Thank you for being here, Rebecca. Also, who else is here? I think that's it that in the chat right now that I can see. But if you're here and you're watching, then thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the broadcast. So let's do that switcherinsky, and I'll put my hair back a little bit. And so this is the human design chart for this new moon in Pisces that, again, I said is happening on Sunday into Monday. Sunday night, like really, really late, and into early Monday morning. So, hello, Jessica. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So, the interesting thing, what we look at when we look at a human design transit chart is the personality side only, because obviously this is a transit and this energy doesn't have a body. Like it's not an actual person. And so the personality side gives us the transit information, whereas the design side gives us the information that has to do with the physical body of a person. And so that's why we only look at the personality side. So this moon is actually happening right down here in the center called the solar plexus. And there's a gate here called the 55th gate. And it is called the Gate of the Spirit. Yes, I've been thinking about you, Rebecca. Yeah, I've been thinking about you, Rebecca. And you have the 55, so you have the channel completed. So this new moon is activating this gate for all of us. And what Rebecca was just mentioning is that the 39 and the 55 are connected. There's like a channel that connects the two gates. The 39 is in the root center. The 55 is in the solar plexus. And when they come together, those are the two that connect. So right now, the specific new moon transit is not actually connecting the channel. So we have the energy activated by the 55th gate, but it's not completed. It's looking to complete itself. The way to understand how this moon is affecting us in the lens of human design is to know what the gate is. So that's what we're going to dive into in this broadcast, because I realized I didn't even make the announcements, because I looked at the chart and I was like, all right, let's dive in. But that's a little cute introduction into what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the 55th gate, because that's the gate that is activated by the sun and the moon right now in this moment. But what I want to say before I get too ahead of myself is that there's two amazing things happening. And I always love to invite people who are new to the channel, if you're finding yourself here for the first time, welcome. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. Also, download my free moon astrology guide. The link to that is below in the description of this video. That guide will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And it also enters you into my email list. And once you're there, you will get a weekly moon magic report along with other emails, but I don't send too many emails. It's like every once in a while, like something's going on and I'll send a notification or an announcement or something like that. But I try not to overwhelm inboxes. I know how that goes. So, but anyways, every Wednesday though is the moon magic report that comes out in the mornings. And this Monday, we have one of the most comprehensive program that I offer, starting on February 20th on this new moon in Pisces. And it is the Moon Goddess Training. And the Moon Goddess Training consists of 3 different levels that take you on a journey through basically the Akashic records, but it's so much more than that. It takes you on a journey through the temples along the Nile, which were the original path of the initiatic students of Hermetic alchemy, and everything they learned, Hermetic alchemy, the laws of the universe, the chakras, learning how to tap into the Akashic records, sacred geometry, the 9 dimensions. I mean, it's such a powerful energy, and it is such a comprehensive program that includes so much. I can't even really summarize it or make it any smaller. So the best thing for you to do is to actually go and click the link that's in the description and check it out for yourself. But we start on Monday. Level 1 starts on Monday. And on this page that is linked in the description, you see the tentative schedule. The Nile River Initiation is the one that's happening Monday. And then we meet every Saturday. And temple by temple, we dive into these powerful topics. We do 40-day Kundalini Yoga meditation. We go into the Akashic journey and do Akashic journeys. And they are so beautiful. We learn so much. I mean, look at this list. It's huge. Level 2 is happening in June. And then level 3 happens in October. And level 3 is the actual certification. If you want to become certified to read the Akashic records, that's where that happens. And so the program itself is like a year long. It's fucking amazing. It's almost like if you were going to like college or something. And you do get certified in the end into the Akashic records. So super amazing. You can check this link out. The whole program is held in the global community platform. And you'll have to create your account and you'll have access to all the handouts and all that stuff and the replays and all of that. That gets uploaded there. Plus we have a chat, we have a feed, we can post things and share with each other. I create the events and you can RSVP to them and add them to your calendar. I mean, this stuff is like, this program is amazing. So this houses all of our courses, plus so many more other courses that I have on there already. And I'm doing a super deal right now where if you buy the 3 levels, it should say 3 levels. I'm going to have to fix that. Buy 3 levels and basically get one for free. So you're paying for only 2 levels and the 3rd one you're not even paying for. So if you want that deal that's going on right now, make sure to check it out. And the other announcement that I would like to make is the Sedona Moon Goddess Retreat. This is the very first time I am running this retreat in Sedona. It's going to be amazing. It's happening May 18th through the 23rd. Again, the link is below in the description. Sedona is an amazing place. This retreat is happening on a new moon in Taurus, which is the Hathor energy, goddess Hathor. We talk about her in the moon goddess training in the temple of Dendera and why she's significant. She's the cow goddess. Symbolizes the Milky Way, the galaxy, the astrology, actually, the solar system. And she's a powerful frequency in connection to Venus and goddess Isis. So those energies are super activated during that time. And I think this might be like the traditional time that we do this event on that new moon in Taurus. The Sedona, the place, if you've never been to Sedona, it's fucking incredible. It's amazing. And this picture here is called, what you're seeing here is Devil's Bridge. And we are going to go hike Devil's Bridge. It's the coolest freaking place ever. And you're not going to believe the magic of all of the locations, all of the vortexes, which we will hike to. Not all of them, but select ones that are very important for us in terms of what we're doing for the program. There's a video you can watch. And we are going to obviously dive into all the goddess energies, astrology, breath work, kundalini meditation, sound healing, vortex heights, ceremony. And also we're going to do a drum making workshop. You can actually add that on. It's an extra cost, but you can add it on and you get to go home with your own hand drum that we are going to make together in a ceremony and then activate them together in a drum circle as well. My husband and I are guiding this retreat along with the other one that we're having in August, but information for that is not going to be available for just a little while. But we are just amazing working together. You guys know what I do, but he's an amazing healer, medical medium, basically shaman, intuitive, all of that. And we really support each other in really amazing ways. And you will love to work with us. So this is a 4-day women's retreat. However, the next one we're having in August will actually include, be available for men and women. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share here on YouTube. And now let's get back to the design. Jill says that's a fun hike. Tim says, I lived in New Mexico for 11 years. Yeah, Sedona is amazing. Definitely start hiking now because the hikes are, I would say they're like, some of them are, hikes are never really beginner hikes. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like people, it's tiring no matter what. I don't think there is such a thing as a beginner hike. Like if you don't work out, on a regular basis, you're going to have like sore muscles, So definitely get some exercise in before you actually get to the event. And yes, Sedona itself holds such powerful frequencies. So, all right, let's talk first about the 55th gate and what this gate represents. So it's actually the gate that is described as becoming one with the all. That's why yesterday when I was doing the astrology, there was a powerful transmission that came through. Make sure to go watch that video after this one if you haven't gotten a chance to watch it. It was like amazing transmission. But becoming one with the all, like that is a huge statement. Gate 55 holds the key to the transformation of our species in the coming shifts starting in 2027. And in 2027 is when the raves are coming. And the raves will be the children that will they bring in the new type in human design. So far, we have projectors, manifestors, manifesting generators, and reflectors. And the next type will be the rave. And they will have a completely different design. And that will be the last type. It's almost like the transcendence of human design shows up in 2027, and we are going to start to see these children show up in the world. And I talked about it a lot yesterday when we talked about the 55th gene key. But this gate contains the potential of emotional or spirit awareness. The otherwise veiled truth that all things are connected and nothing is separate from another thing. In the meantime, as we evolve to hold the amount of frequency to enable our next awakening, and this is collectively, it is a gate of great extremes, of moodiness and melancholy. This is the gate of the proverbial cup of life and how our beliefs and subconscious perspective determines if we see life as a cup half full or half empty, or if we can revel in the miracle that the cup exists at all. The lifelong quest of learning what unlocks the individual spirit. The circuit, those are the words of my amazing teacher, Dylan, who I highly recommend you guys follow him. He's on Instagram. He's the human design maven. But anyways, the circuit group that this belongs to is the individual knowing circuit, which basically means that this is very much a unique frequency to the individual. Not one person, is the same. And this one really brings that to light. The programming partner is the 59th gate of dispersion. And like I mentioned, this is in the center of the solar plexus, which in human design is known basically as a center of emotion. It's the feelings and how we process feelings and emotions, and whether we have this defined or undefined. If you have this center defined, that means that you go through these emotional waves, and the waves go up and they go down, and you are technically an emotional being. You have emotion. And it's weird to say that because we think everybody has emotion. What are you talking about? However, people with an undefined solar plexus, they are not emotional beings. They are non-emotional beings. They are not here to have those emotional waves. They can feel and sense the emotions of others, and they have an awareness of how emotions work that is like so clear, because it's almost like they graduated from the emotional school, and now they can perceive and notice how the emotional wave occurs in the people that have the wave defined, right? That have the solar plexus defined. And it's not that one is better than the other, not at all, because the gate 55 really talks about how we are moving into the future of like a new way of being, a new enlightened human being that is so connected to the all. Basically, the highs and the lows of the emotional wave are kind of like the laws of the universe. For example, the law of rhythm, that everything flows in a rhythm. the law of correspondence, as above, so below, what goes up must come down kind of a thing, right? The law of cause and effect. All of the laws basically say the same thing, but in different ways that helps us to understand them. And this energy to me feels like the laws of the universe, like the yin and the yang, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. And to realize, yes, there's a high and a low, but the truth is that it's never ending. In the end, it always finds that neutrality. And in the end, it's like, because it's never ending, it never started and it never ends, like it is. And that's what I get from this gate, is that it has to do with connecting to our spirit, to our essence. And I think it's even beyond like the soul. I think this is like merging, with the divine, not in the sense that you're like gonna disappear or anything like that, but it's the feeling, right? Like it's, how do you perceive your connection to the divine? How do you perceive your connection to God? Is life a cup half empty or half full for you? Or are you even able to even take a step back and be like, oh my God, there's a cup that I can fill. You know what I mean? Like there's so much to this frequency. It's huge. It's a powerful, powerful energy. And being activated in this way on a new moon makes it even more special. The reason for that is because a new moon is a time of setting intentions. And a new moon in Pisces is about setting an intention for a spiritual journey. And the spiritual journey, it's awkward because the Pisces energy is a completion energy. It's the end of the zodiac wheel. We are getting ready to start the new astrological year with the sign of Aries. And as we end this year, we get this opportunity every year, new moon in Pisces, that gives us the moment in time to reflect on the year that has passed and to understand everything that has sort of gone down in your life 12 months before until this point. And when we do that, we get a glimpse of the new beginning. We get a glimpse of what we actually learned. And that's also true about the emotional authority thing, is that if you have emotional authority, and the reason I'm talking about emotional authority is because this is in the solar plexus, so we have to be aware of what that means. If you have emotional authority, this actually means that you are going to go through the waves, and it's not until after you have the experience that you will understand it. And so that's why I think it's so unique, even though this is individual like circuitry, it's so unique that this is here because it activates that frequency of emotional energy. So that means that are you gonna experience this new moon as the cup is half full or the cup is half empty? That's another question to ask yourself. And whether you experience one or the other, it doesn't even matter, because the even higher awareness from that is that I don't even care. Like, I have a cup, I love my cup. I don't care if I feel like it's half full or half empty. I am just, grateful for life. Exactly. Like Rebecca says, I'm just grateful for life. And that's the energy that we are being, invited into at this time. So I want to read a little bit from the Human Design Circuitry book by Richard Rudd that talks about this gate and the gate that it actually connects to, the 39. So you can have a little bit of a clearer idea of the frequency of it. So the 55th gate is called the Gate of the Spirit. It has to do with abundance, the abundance of spirit. The quick reference theme: people who are deeply melancholic, musical, and are romantic and must honor their moods at all costs. This gate measures emotional highs and lows And people who have it defined are always looking for that perfect emotional state, whether it be peace, love, or ecstasy. 55s are literally waiting to be provoked by 39s in order to know what they are feeling. If their emotional wave is up, they feel at home with themselves. If it is down, they feel melancholic. Their cup is always neither half full nor half empty. These people need to let go of trying to rationalize and control their moods. Above all, they must learn not to make up reasons for their emotional chemistry. If they wait out the emotional wave, whether their own or someone else's, they will always have a clear perception of any situation. The 55th gate is deeply acoustic, and these people are therefore very sensitive to what other people say as well as tone, the tone in which it is said. This is also the gate of fickleness, and people who have it defined can appear very sensitive over issues which others do not understand. The 55th can never be wrong in what it feels, but it has to learn not to take anything personally. That's so interesting because I think we're going to do a book club in the global community, and we're going to, I'm pretty sure because people voted on it, we're going to read the 4 agreements. And one of them is don't take anything personally. So that's interesting that it's coming up right here. It is the chemistry of these people that colors everything they hear. I mean, imagine, like, you have to take a step back, you know? We all have to take a step back and ask ourselves, what lens am I seeing the world through? And the realization of that, the awareness that that brings is I'm seeing the world through a lens, right? And that lens basically determines what I see, you know? So if I'm not able to be aware of that, then I will think that everything that I see is my truth. Although everything that I see is my truth because it's unique to me, I need to recognize that it's not the truth for everybody else. That's huge realization. And that's what this new moon, in terms of human design, is activating for us. So the gate that this connects to is called the Gate of Provocation, obstruction, people who are here to provoke the spirit of others. How beautiful is that? People with this gate are here to provoke the emotions of others in order to see the quality of their spirit. Like, what are you made of, you know? Provocation comes in all kinds of forms. For example, you can even provoke someone by doing nothing, right? Both the 39 and the 55 are gates of indecision. Essentially, this is a gate of flirting. If these people get a negative reaction to their provocation, then the other person's spirit is not in resonance with theirs. And they have to learn not to take that personally. People with this gate have to learn how to provoke pleasure instead of pain and joy instead of sadness, although actors with this channel use it to good effect. Their success is eliciting the desired reaction in someone else is directly dependent on the mood of the 39. In other words, if they are in a bad mood, they can provoke misery in others and often without meaning to. So do you have the 39? By the way, in the chat, let me know if you have the 55 or the 39 defined or activated in your chart. This is a gate of deafness. Like all individuals, these people are reluctant to be influenced by others. However, the 39 needs the 55 in the form of someone to provoke so it can work out what it is feeling. When you provoke someone else's emotions, it also shows you what your own spirit is feeling. I mean, this is like a mirror of life and connection. This is a powerful channel. 39s are always looking for someone to fall in love with. That is so interesting. As a root gate, these people have specific coping strategies for dealing with stress. More often than not, these strategies are rooted in food consumption. In other words, they often try to deal with stress by eating or not eating. So the 3955, the channel of emoting, a design of moodiness. So this talks about, so if you have the 55, then you're just feeling the activation of the 55 with this new moon. If you have just the 39, this new moon is completing this channel that I'm going to talk about for you. So you will feel the completion of the energy. If you have them both defined, this energy is being activated, but the 55 is being really highlighted, right? The gate of spirit. And if you don't have any of them, then right now, during the new moon, the 55 will be activated for you, and you will feel that resonance of the gate of the spirit within you alive. That's how human design works. The transits light up your chart, and then you get to experience for a moment that energy. It's really, really cool. So, the channel of emoting, a design of moodiness. The secret to your life is to learn to appreciate the lows as much as you love the highs. You're like, oh God. When you can let go of wanting to control love, only then will you experience the freedom you seek. And remember yesterday, we talked about how the 55th gene key moves from the shadow of victimization to the gift of freedom, to the city of freedom. So when you let go of wanting to control love, only then will you experience the freedom you seek. This is also called the channel of stimulation. People who have this whole channel are here to embrace the lesson that life comes with both highs and lows, and to accept the endless cycles of sadness and joy. This is the channel of being happy or sad, of riding the emotional wave and tapping into the tremendous creativity that can come from the emotions, and in particular, the low end of the spectrum. It is important to remember that an emotion has to be provoked from outside, whereas a feeling arises from within. These people need to be able to accept melancholy rather than trying to rationalize it or make an enemy of it. They need to enjoy being alone when they are feeling down as much as they enjoy being with others when they are feeling high. The emotional wave in this channel is prone to the pulsing energy of mutation, which can seem very calm until it suddenly spikes up or spikes down. Because of this, these people can appear very calm for long periods, but may also experience sudden unexpected mood swings. And this can even be measured in terms of years. This is a deeply romantic, acoustic channel with a great sensitivity to music. These people need to talk and listen to each other. They love to act out their moods and express their feelings. And because of this, they make natural actors, musicians, poets, and artists of all kind. So the beauty of this energy overall, like the message overall, is that to tap into the frequency of this new moon, we have to tap into our spirit. We have to tap into that essence that lives within us. And we have to let life provoke us, like have fun with it. Let life provoke you and like bring something out of you, I think sometimes we're afraid of that, but the truth is that that's where you live, right? It's almost like we live for that in this realm, in this time-space reality. We really live for that moment of like experiencing something. And you're not going to experience something unless something happens, right? Unless that provocation occurs. And so what that's going to teach you, which is this is the mirror. I feel like this is a huge mirror for us. This beautiful new moon is a mirror. It's going to teach us who we are inside, because how we respond to the energy, to the provocation, how we respond, what is our kind of reaction, shows us who we are inside. So the feelings or the emotions, right, that get provoked show you who you are inside, shows you the spirit that lives within you. And neither is bad. not the high and not the low. It just shows you where you are at in the moment. And another thing that's really important when it comes to these gates of the solar plexus is to understand that, right, the moment is not where you will find your awareness. The moment is where you will know where you're at in the moment. But you don't know where you're going to be at tomorrow or the next day or the next day. If you feel the wave, right, you're going to feel the high and then you're going to feel the low, and it will come. And then the neutral space will come. But you cannot have clarity in the moment. That's why you have to wait for the emotional wave to pass and then look back and think, okay, how did I do? How did I handle this situation? How did I deal with that? How did I move through that wave? And you'll learn, and I know it sucks to wait, but you will learn what it means to wait for the understanding, to wait for the deeply satisfying, moment where you realize the why, for why whatever in your life happened that caused you to go high and low, or whatever feelings or emotions showed up in your life. You will understand them, but after they're done being there. That's the crazy part about it, is it will take time. And you will find that when you feel those lows, really that's the place, that melancholy, that's the place where the most powerful creative energy comes alive. That's the mutation. The mutation is like a reaction to dying, The feelings that we have, excuse me, I'm just like super allergic today, and so I don't care, I'm just blowing my nose. But the feelings that come up for us are actually they're it's like a guidance, it's like showing us very, very clearly like what is happening. And I totally lost my train of thought there, but it doesn't matter. Maybe it'll probably come back. You guys could remind me what the hell I was about to say. Does our design chart change? No, your chart doesn't change. What changes are the transits. And so what ends up happening is, for a brief moment in time, a specific transit will highlight or activate certain parts of your chart, in essence, kind of changing it, but only temporarily, so that you can feel the effect of this. But the essence of who you are, the original chart, your natal chart, what do they call it? The human design, like body graph, that doesn't change. That is solid, the same always. Marielle says, this is why I journal. It helps so much with reflecting back on past emotions and actions. Yeah. Exactly. That's the key is, it's the mutation. And that's what I was going to talk about. See, I told you, it always comes back. The mutation it's the moment of dying. It's like the emotions that show up when you're in that state of melancholy is a reaction to something within you getting ready to die, symbolically or like literally, it all. The funny thing is that when we talked about this gene key yesterday, it talked about how it will completely put an end to the fear of death, because it will put an end. It'll finally make us realize that death doesn't exist. That's what I mean. It's only a shift. It's only a transformation from one thing to the other. Like energy never stops being energy. It just becomes a different, like it changes, it mutates into something else, but it never stops being or existing. Everything is existing all the time. And this is what this gate is really, activating for us. So when we can understand that, we will surrender to the moments of melancholy and do our best. I was doing an interview today with Maria and on Instagram about her experience in the Moon Goddess training. And I've done a few of them. So if you guys want to check them out, go to Channel for Grace on Instagram and check them out. They're shared on the profile. But basically we were talking about how there's like a calm. There's a calmness Life goes up and down, but after understanding who we are, we have this calmness to us, this, can't remember the word that you used. It wasn't acceptance. It was, contentment, it was contentment or satisfaction. We also talked about that. And that's the beauty of specifically for manifesting generators and generators, the strategy of, or the signature of satisfaction, right? It's that contentment of life and knowing, being aware, like there's a part of you that it's the observer. That's what you need to have turned on if you have emotional authority. And I think that's the hardest thing, because for one, you have to allow yourself to fall into the emotion, to have it, to feel it, and at the same time, stay the observer and watch yourself go through it. And that's when you notice that that part of you that is feeling the emotions, that's the very human part. And the part of you that's observing, that's like the higher expression of you. It's like your essence. It's like, it's the awareness, just pure awareness that doesn't judge. It just observes. It just contemplates. It doesn't make judgments. And that's why we have to get into that space to really understand and embrace the truth of who we are, which is spiritual beings having a human experience. And the human experience is the crazy wave that goes up and down, but it doesn't have to like define our true essence, right? Yes, hets. I love that. It is, it's really, really important. So that's what we are basically, dealing with here with this moon, the activation of this 55th gate of the spirit, and the knowing that we are all one and nothing starts and nothing ends. It is a continuous flow of everything. So it's a really beautiful energy that is showing up. Use this time to tap into your spirit. Use this time to observe yourself and to watch where you go emotionally. Because if this gate is activated, see right now, because we have the 35, oh, hang on, I'm not showing this. We have the 35 and the 36 activated by two planets. I think it's Mars. 35. Yeah. Mars on the 35th gate. And the other one was Neptune on the 36th gate. Because we have those two defined right now, all of us have the solar plexus defined. And specifically in that moment, it'll be even more true. So we will all have emotional authority for this new moon, which means we are all going to feel and go through the emotional wave. Can you stay the observer? Yeah, that's the key. That was really, really beautiful. So thank you guys all for being here tonight. I'm so excited for this new moon. I am excited for the Moon Goddess training that starts on Monday. It's not too late to sign up. We have 9 whole weeks. Saturdays is our big days. And so our first big day is the 25th, but this Monday we have our initiation, our Nile River initiation that is so beautiful, basically initiating us into the journey. And our big day is the 25th. So you have plenty of time to sign up. I am going to be having a new moon ceremony in our global community on Monday night for this new moon. I'll try to remember to post a comment or in the community here on YouTube to let you guys know to come on over there, because that is where we house all of our ceremonies from now on. And so we'll have that ceremony on Monday evening, connecting to this frequency, doing the card reading, the collective reading for everyone, the energies of the moon, going through and doing maybe a meditation. Sometimes we do a meditation. Sometimes we do Akashic, journey, definitely music, sound healing, all of that. And it's beautiful, just a beautiful ceremony. It's kind of like an Akashic healing chamber, and maybe I should just start calling them that, like the new and full moon Akashic healing chambers, because that's really what they are, So you're welcome, you guys. Thank you all for being here. I'm excited. Check out the links below. Join us for the Moon Goddess training. It is not too late to begin. We are going to have a freaking blast. Yes, they are Maria. And a lot of the content has already been transferred. All of the astrology courses and the Woman and the Moon course, as well as, what's the other one? I think that's it. I will be transferring the Moon Goddess training from last year as well. And the level 1, 2, and 3 from last year onto the new platform. And it's just lots of freaking cool things. So you got an email. Everybody got an email if you were enrolled in those courses that gave you the link to access the course in the new platform. So go find it. Go find those emails, you guys. Oh yeah. I don't even, the email world, after this, I'm done. I'm done with emails. Yes. So, the other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that I'm going to be collaborating with, a friend of mine who, we have just recently kind of reconnected in this way. And his name is Jason, and his channel is Ray of Light Tarot. We're going to be collaborating. We're actually going to be doing mini readings on his channel next Tuesday. And we have a special announcement. We're actually going to be running a course together that has to do with healing the inner child, or it's more of like an introduction to like what is healing the inner child, looking at the core wound, what that is. So it might be fun, and that classes will be open to men and women. So might be your opportunity to join us, those guys that are like here, hanging out. So excited about that. And, we'll be announcing more details on Tuesday when I go live with him on his channel. And then from that point on, we will be doing tandem readings. He'll come to my channel and then I'll go to his and all that stuff. So yeah, super excited. Thank you guys again all for being here. And I can't wait. Tim says I'm there for sure. Yeah, I love it. We are going to be talking about the gene keys a little bit and the Chiron wound. I'll give you guys all the details very soon. Definitely we'll talk about it at that live, and I'll be announcing it from now on, and I will be hosting it in our new community. So I'm really excited about that because a lot of you guys are already in there. And yeah, so anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. His channel is Ray of Light Tarot. And yes, this is exciting news, exciting new beginnings. I feel like the year is finally starting to take off. Oh, and one last announcement. My electricity is finally fixed. Whew. I mean, honestly, the universe, like Dawn's leaving tomorrow. And I was like, I can't do this by myself. Like I can't do 2 generators, one for the fridge and one for my office. Like no light or anything at night. Like I can't do that by myself. Like I need you here. And he was like, don't worry, it's going to get fixed before I leave. And oh my God, it's been like this since last Saturday, a whole week without power. For those of you guys that didn't know, the power line got like ripped off by a tractor, and it was an accident, but it was like horrible. So electricity's back, and I was like, wait a minute. I went to look at the chart, the astrology chart, the moment that electricity got turned back on, and it was literally 29 degrees of Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about electricity. I was like, this is hilarious. Like 29-degree Aquarius, the sun's getting ready to enter Pisces, right? we're about to enter into Pisces season, and in the Starseed membership, I will be on Monday because this weekend I got to take Dawn to the airport in Phoenix and then drive back, and it's just chaotic. So this Monday, I'm going to start uploading all of the content for Pisces season. And so if you're in the membership, you get to see everything that's going on, like the whole month ahead. Boom, all at once. So yes, super exciting. Again, thank you. You're not going to see me on this channel until next week. So make sure that you check everything out. Yeah. And I'll see you guys very soon. Sat Nam.